I was reborn before the apocalypse. First thing I did? Turn in my awakened space ability to the government, then start hoarding like crazy. My ability had infinite storage but zero combat power. That's why I died horrible deaths in my last 2 lives. But those crappy-looking government shelters, they survived to the end thanks to the military's iron will. Now that I'm back, I realized individual power means nothing against natural disasters. The only way is to work with the government, empty every grain reserve, clear every strategic stockpile, and before zombies evolve, wipe them out with overwhelming firepower while they're still weak. That's the only right move after rebirth. So without hesitation, I grabbed my phone and dialed 911. Hello, I need to report something. I'm reporting an imminent, global-scale public safety catastrophe. Sir, please stay calm. What exactly is the situation? I'm a time traveler. In 1 month, the apocalypse hits. I have infinite storage space. The other end went dead silent. Clearly, the operator thought I was some druggy nutcase. But I continued. If you think I'm talking nonsense, write this down. Next Wednesday, a joint military exercise codenamed Thunder 24 will launch in the XC. Core objective, testing a new electromagnetic railgun. Target vessel code Meteor09. Then I hung up, sat calmly on my couch and waited for them to come. The operator might not get railgun, but a military codename like Thunder 24, plus my disturbingly confident tone, made him instinctively sense something was off. Soon after, urgent brake sounds came from downstairs. A whole convoy parked outside the complex. A squad of fully armed SWAT rushed in and quickly reached my door. Then they arrested me for allegedly stealing and leaking state secrets and took me to an interrogation room. Wang Yan, 24, employee at Icon Trading. Parents deceased. No criminal record. No psychiatric history. Your record's clean. Clean as a blank sheet. But in your 911 call, you mentioned Thunder 24. That's classified. Less than 20 people in the entire system know about it. Tell me, who's your handler? Which agency are you spying for? If I were a spy, would I call 911 to expose myself? Agent Lee, I told you I'm a time traveler. From 10 years in the future. Kid, I read web novels too. But national security runs on evidence, not fantasies. I've lived an entire lifetime. You think this is fantasy? Agent Lee, you have a daughter? In college in Shanghai, right? The day the outbreak hits, she'll call you from the library. Before she finishes speaking, a mutated classmate will bite through her throat. Before I finished, Li Guodong shot up, staring at me hard. That was his private info. Besides a handful in his file, nobody knew he had a daughter in Shanghai. Are you threatening me? No, I'm stating facts. You told me about your daughter yourself. I'm trying to save the future. In the last life, you were a hero. You charged into a horde with explosives to cover our retreat. I respect you. Li Guodong froze. The weariness and sorrow in this young man's eyes couldn't be faked. You say you have space that can hold an entire nation? Fine. Prove it. 5 minutes later, National Security Bureau secret training ground. Li Guodong stood beside me, pointing at a heavy armored riot vehicle. Ahead, this thing weighs 6.8 tons. You said your space is infinite, right? Go ahead. I walked up to the armored vehicle, placed my hand on its cold, rough surface, and focused my mind. Whoosh. Where the vehicle had been was now just empty concrete. Everyone's brains short-circuited in that instant. Mouths hanging open, Li Guodong rushed forward, frantically waving and stomping on the empty spot, trying to find flaws in some hologram. The truck, where is it? Right here. I tapped my temple. Want me to bring it back? Bring it out, show me. 1 second later, the disappeared vehicle reappeared right next to Li Guodong. Seeing this, Li Guodong's worldview shattered. Supernatural powers were real. So was the apocalypse he described real too? Agent Li, my voice snapped him out of his shock. This is nothing. I'm not here to see you. This vehicle was just to prove my ability. I need to see the top brass. We don't have much time left. I need to report this up the chain. Li Guodong's hand trembled as he pulled out a red encrypted phone and dialed a classified number. Chief, this is Li Guodong, National Security. I'm requesting immediate activation of the highest emergency protocol. Everything he said is true. Then Li Guodong took me for the highest level lie detection test. The machine's deception curves didn't budge an inch. Next came the ability tests, yielding 4 findings. 1, the space has perfect preservation, temperature control, and anti-decay functions. 2, cannot store living creatures. 3, drains Wang Yan's mental energy, with a fatigue threshold. 4, collection range. Requires physical contact or mental coverage to retrieve items. At that moment in the capital's top war room, the old man in the head seat, Chu Shanhe, had snow-white hair, but a spine like an unsheathed blade. You've all seen the footage, the psych eval, and the ability test reports the intel comrade Wang Yan provided. While sounding like fantasy, passed the world's most advanced lie detection tech. Psychological experts' comprehensive assessment shows 99.99% reliability. If the apocalypse is coming, then we face it head on. Our nation has survived thousands of years. What storm haven't we weathered? Just then, Li Guodong's red encrypted phone lit up. Chief, Comrade Wang Yan requests a video call. Patch him through. Hello, Chief. Hello, leaders. I looked directly at everyone in the room, calm and respectful. Comrade Wang, we believe in your ability, but your plan is massive. On behalf of everyone here, I have one question. Why must we empty strategic reserves now? Why not leave the supplies in place and fortify defenses? Wouldn't that work too? A transfer on this scale drains the national foundation. I gave a bitter smile. We can't hold them. Before the red rain, all are equal. Last time, July 15th, the red rain fell for 7 days. First week after massive zombie outbreak. Densely populated cities. Fell within 72 hours. Second week, the zombie threat leveled up again. Once the apocalypse starts, over 80% of territory becomes a death zone. We can't build perfect defenses at every single location. If we don't move them now, in 1 month all that food, ammo, production lines, they'll all be buried with the zombies and mutant beasts. We won't even get close. The only way out is before the outbreak. Build underground fortresses with air recycling systems, block the red rain virus, preserve our production capacity, and eventually rebuild. The room fell into dead silence. Everyone understood. This isn't infrastructure. This is saving civilization's seeds. The old man closed his eyes, silent for a full 5 seconds. When he opened them, those cloudy eyes burned with resolve and determination. Better safe than sorry. We can't gamble. 1.4 billion lives. On a 1 in 10,000 chance this is fake. The old man shot to his feet. Hands on the table. I order. Everyone stood. Activate highest level national emergency response. Codename Peach Blossom Spring. No matter the cost. No matter the expense. Mobilize all national resources for mass stockpiling. Second, establish Peach Blossom Command. With full authority over safe zone construction. Comrade Wang Yan, Special Advisor, with supreme supply allocation authority. Third, all grain reserves. Strategic meat stockpiles. National medical reserves, unlock them all. Grant Comrade Wang Yan unconditional access. Even if he wants my office, tear it down and pack it up. We're building a shelter for millions, a Peach Blossom Spring. Understood?